Okay, everyone, I will try to make this as quick as possible, but you know me, I will probably start rambling, so if I do, just bear with me, okay? Been a little sleep deprived, I'm nice and rested, everything's good, and oh wow. Oh, I need to shave. I haven't looked this scruffy since I was like 33. That was almost 10 years ago. Anywho, here's what I'm talking about and what I need to further address. I'm assuming that everybody has seen the video that's right above here in this thread. But basically, yes, I messed up. Yes, I have addressed that. But to further clarify things, here's the deal, the whole confessional penalty thing. I couldn't specifically state it in a way that makes everybody think, oh gee, we don't have to do confessionals after we've merged. Because, yes, confessional penalties are over. That doesn't happen anymore. The slate is wiped clean. You all have a fresh start, and there are no confessional penalties from this point after the merge. That's always the case in any of the All-Stars seasons that I've hosted. And yes, everyone has a choice that they can make as far as whether or not they still do them. But if you don't, just know that you are breaking your host's heart if you don't do confessionals, because our storyline will end here, and I won't know the story. I won't be able to wrap it up. I know you guys have played these games enough to know about the storylines and why confessionals are important. But, you know, if everybody just starts high-fiving each other going, oh, yay, we don't have to do confessionals anymore, the game would continue, but the storyline would be over because I would have no information. So if anybody is breathing a sigh of relief or thinking, well, let me just do like I did before, you know, I'll just forget for forever, and then maybe I'll write a little something like an hour before the challenge or 30 minutes before the challenge. At that point, I have to move on with the information that I have, and there's just no way that I can work in new details. Now, I've never done that 2 public votes twist thing in an all-star season before. It's always been in the anonymous games where nobody knows who is playing who. Things change in an all-star season, so there are the confessional penalties that were a pre-merge thing. Everybody that hit 12, the final 12, the slate was wiped clean, okay? But of course, there's the things that I addressed in the above video with the one self-vote for Eliza, the one self-vote for Nalea. Both of those are valid. I won't have time to like talk about this at Tribal Council or before Tribal Council or get into a discussion with this. That's why I've made these videos, so that there is a written record. Okay, you all have the information that was presented to you. Yes, it's open to interpretation in various ways, but if you actually read what I wrote, you'd come to the realization, oh, the slate was wiped clean, and we don't have the confessional penalty thing happening post-merge. It was a pre-merge thing. I can upload this, I can post it, I can hope that people will watch it, especially before the challenge tonight, Sunday night, but I also realize that I've got to start giving this game to you guys. I've got to start letting go and giving this game to you guys, because I won't have time to like individually reach out to every single person remaining like, hey, did you watch this yet? So you know what he's talking about with the no penalty votes. Maybe you're online right now and there's like 1 or 2 people on, you know, start keeping each other accountable. You know, hey, bro posted this, did you see this yet? I think that's important. Or somebody that's offline, you know, hey, next time you get back on, you need to watch this video so that everybody's on the same page about what he's talking about with the penalty vote thing, the slate being wiped clean, and that it will get less confusing from this point. Because yes, it's a weird thing that we have this one self-vote and this one self-vote as we go into the final 10 tonight, but of course there's other elements at play that I have to start realizing, okay, well, we're in an all-stars season, there were confessional penalties before, they don't happen now. What would be the protocol? How does immunity factor into that? Because I've never had to think about or deal with that before. But here's the scenario. Immunity or a hidden immunity idol would trump this one self-vote here for Eliza, this one self-vote here for Nalea. Could those two self-votes matter? I don't know. Or could those two self-votes be the most insignificant thing in the world? That's a possibility as well. If somebody wins the challenge, if somebody wins the immunity necklace, and they were one of those two people, Eliza or Nalea, with the one self-vote, the immunity necklace would trump that, and it would not matter at all. Nothing would be cumulative from this point, because it stopped being cumulative once we hit the merge. Because anybody that had a penalty before that, it had already been used. We all hit final 12 with the slate clean.
Woohoo!
If somebody is publicly given the immunity necklace, that would overtake, if they had that one self-vote, that would be added on for tonight only. Anybody that has an idol, if there's an idol out there that uses it on themselves correctly, that would also eliminate that one self-vote. If somebody is privately given a hidden immunity idol in the correct manner, and that person makes the choice, makes the ownership that they play it for themselves, that would overthrow a one self-vote for you. If someone is publicly given a hidden immunity idol during tribal council before we start voting and before I set the deadline to start voting, that hidden immunity idol would count. I would have, before we start voting, if somebody plays it, I would have to say it's valid. Yes, there's weird things that can happen at the last minute that I cannot plan for. I cannot plan for if I am 2 seconds away from closing a thread and something else happens that how shall I state this? Understand that there are actually now some exceptions. Yes, I talk so much throughout 10 years of these games of action and intention, but if I make a boo-boo, I can have to break that because I don't want to keep you guys up all night. I know that there are 1,000 different scenarios that if I don't address every single 1,000 scenario, I'd have to sit there and quickly go, something happened that I literally never thought could. What do I do? So understand that I'm now publicly stating this because this will trump the idle rules that would have been given to whoever the heck had an immunity idol, if there's even still one in the game. If somebody has... If the idol is played correctly and someone is wanting to play the idol, if you're wanting to do it in a public manner, it has to be done at tribal council in the following manner that, yes, is now different than the information that would be in a confessional for that person. Would have to include the name of the person you're voting for, and it would be a done deal. i.e., and using the photo, stating in the same comment, not to, even if it's real, and you post that photo, and then you later say, well, now here's what I'm doing, but I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, no, it's just too complex, and I'm trying to streamline things, but it's not very easy because Survivor is a complex game.
Shazam! Golly, is this a crazy, crazy game?